Greetings and salutations, I'm Keb. Welcome back to this Let's Play of Call to Power 2 as Canada, where we've discovered some of the things we've forgotten, such as the fact that we need these improvements, the commerce improvements, to actually get science, and that kind of explains why I've been so terrible at science. We'll see if we can catch up now. First though, we are researching some of the endgame texts, so I'm gonna focus on getting the maglevs up. That's what we're researching right now, so I'll start with that, and then we'll push towards the super farms. See if we can get them up and running. And of course we're switching over to infrastructure construction on the many cities. That should boost our rate up there considerably. Yeah, one turn until those. As you can see, we're pretty much on par with the other guys, probably because of the science treaties, which was also a mistake.
Maintaining status until next turn.
The orbital lab. Plus 30% science. Maybe I do want that then first, before I push towards the next tile improvement. Yeah. Gonna keep our spies, or rather our diplomats there. Yeah, not just quickly clicking through the queue. It's just easier to deal with it here, once you get this many cities. Oops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. And you are also out of things to build. I don't really want to build more military units. I don't think the AI will betray us. I hope they won't. Oh yeah, field dynamics snap. Yeah, I'm gonna build that somewhere. First though. Eco transit for you, then you can go into infrastructure. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go and check resources. I wanna see which city is our most productive town. That is actually Ottawa. So Ottawa, you're gonna build that wonder. 24 turns, and I can't rush by it. Not yet anyway, but we should be miles ahead of the others to actually produce it. And now Ottawa is actually producing so much pollution that they risk falling into some kind of disaster. At any rate, now we have the super fast maglevs. Let's quickly start replacing our railroads with those. And if I recall, can they be used in the sea? No, they can't. There's a later advance that allows you to build some kind of undersea version of the maglev, if I recall correctly. And that really allows you to tie your empire together. Of course, we do have the space plane too, so you might not need that kind of rapid connection. I don't know. Did we lose a connection here? I guess we did. To an environmental disaster at some point. Let's see, you have a road. Okay, that must be a misclick from before. That's fine. And now we're out of points. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on getting the maglevs up and running first, and then we'll get other tiles as we get the text for them.
Negative. Maintaining status until next turn.
New Regina, you need more buildings.
Construction started.
Just checking if any of them are building freight transports, because I don't want to build those. That seems fine.
Negative. Maintaining status
Building
until next turn.
complete.
Meanwhile, the three of them are in a never-ending war, so we can take advantage of being
Negative.
very neutral.
Maintaining status
Building
until next
complete.
turn.
Come to think, what I haven't looked at the map. Have they started conquering each other's towns? It looks like things are largely unchanged. I mean, you haven't heard the sound, right? We would hear the sound if a town actually falls, so it doesn't matter. We haven't heard anything. I think there were 3 towns, okay. 3 towns that were empty right now.
Construction started.
Until I get better structures.
Construction
I'm
started.
going to focus on infrastructure. Or whatever else they can build.
Construction started.
There we go. Let's see if we can find Cairo. There we go. And some more. Maglevs. The Maglevs take a while to build, so... Didn't we build one across here? Guess we couldn't afford it. I mean, Maglevs across mountains, that costs a fair bit. And we didn't add the last one there either. He has built a road towards us. Ooh, head smashed in. Best city name ever. If they ever make Canada a civ in Civilization 6, I demand that they have head smashed in on the name list. There we go. Slowly connecting all our towns, even the ones in the more remote areas. Okay, there's a helicopter there and a unit there, and he's trying to get to the same square, I think. I think that's what's going on, so he can't actually deliver his units there. Which works out for us, but still, it's just kind of weird. Okay, we can't quite afford the rest of the Maglevs. We're gonna have to wait a few turns.
Negative. Maintaining status until next turn.
Oh! Okay, so there was a point in actually building the computer centers after all. Feat of wonder. You built computer centers in several of your cities, linking military facilities, universities, and private research centers in a high-speed nationwide network of supercomputers. For the next 25 years, your science output will increase by +10. And that's good. So, I assume, I hope it's good. +10. Is that +10 per city? +10%? +10 flat? Because if I produce like 2,000 science in Ottawa alone, +10 global, wouldn't really be much at all. Yeah, there are... I have mentioned it before, this game was built before people really started worrying about interface and feedback, of information feedback. And this game is a bit bad at that. I'll have to admit that. Look, there we go. Maglevs are up and running. I like those. They're gonna be pretty darn nice. Pretty darn nice. Ugh, words. Okay, in 2 turns we'll actually have a building to build.
Negative. Maintaining status until next turn.
And one I'm very interested in building everywhere.
Negative. Maintaining status until next turn.
Yeah, that helicopter is trying to land on top of the cannon, so we keep getting that notification. Negative, blah blah blah. Because they can't actually get there. We're gonna go with nuclear power, because we want to push towards the hydroponics farms, because then I can start improving one city at a time. For now, we're going to go in here. Orbital lab and then infrastructure. And the same thing's going to happen here. You're in Cairo, which has no science whatsoever, more or less. Had I known that, like 1,000 turns ago. Still, I did not, so... I did not know you needed trade posts to generate science. I mean, a basic value of science, because I thought the terrain itself, since that commerce would actually add science, but that is apparently not the case. So I've had lots of towns that produce absolutely no science whatsoever, but still spent ages building science buildings. Ugh. Still, at least this point I believe they all produce at least some science, right? Please, tell me that's the truth. Yeah, okay, so they at least produce 60 science. Strange that they produce that much gold, though. So I assume gold is still dependent on population, whereas science is dependent on commerce. It sort of looks like. Because, look at Cairo, they're producing tons and tons of money, but almost no science. Oh! Is there some kind of internal ratio distribution there that's going on? That I can't control. Is that it? Are you putting all your commerce into a cash flow rather than science for some reason? I mean, that could be the case. I'm not quite sure how it handles the distribution of the goods over there. I would assume that it would handle it according to the macro slider over there, science tax. Huh. Not entirely sure. At least crime isn't a problem in our country. Almost no crime whatsoever. Maintenance costs are pretty high. We want to check one other thing, I think. Let's see. Happiness. Yeah, they're mostly content. Oh. This I wish... I don't think this is in Civ. In Civ 6 you can rotate between your cities, right? But I don't think you have that kind of a drop down to just quickly go to the city you want. That would be nice. Just saying. Yeah. The orbital labs should be under construction in most towns now. Can I rush by this wonder yet? Not yet. Getting there. Next turn we probably could.
Negative. Maintaining status until next turn.
I guess we're gonna hear that negative status until this resolves itself. One finished queue, so we should have an empty city somewhere here. Yes, there we go.
Construction started.
Build all the things. And call me when you're done in a few hundred turns. At least we have one proper army. Sort of. I don't think we're gonna need it, but yeah, you never know. And now we seem to be a little bit ahead of them again. A little bit. Can I buy it? yet. I can. Awesome. Wonder time! I really missed a do not touch panel on top of that little red button. That would have been perfect. Okay, anyway, internet. Field Dynamics Lab. So, yeah. That's going to give us increased science. Was it 30%? Something like that. And the helicopter finally went home. What do you know? So you can fall asleep, little spy. Oh my goodness, now hopefully our science rate will go up. Yep, and Ottawa went up to 2,900. Yikes. Yeah, Ottawa is basically our entire civilization's science production. Well, combined with a couple of others, but still. Produces way more science than, say, Cairo. Cairo produces, what, a 30th of what Ottawa does? Oh my. And now we're going to add to that even more.
Construction started.
By adding an orbital lab. We haven't gotten a new defensive unit, right? We still have the infantryman as the basic defensive unit. No, the infantryman is gone. Which unit has taken over the defensive side of things then? Stealth fighters. Why do they have such an incredible amount of defense rating? I don't recall them being frontline units. I mean, they're aircraft. Paratroopers and Marines apparently replaced the infantrymen. That or we'll get something new soon. Not quite sure. Yeah, at any rate, let's see.
Construction
Oops,
started.
not capitalization. Misclick.
Construction started.
Don't have any new wonders.
Construction started.
The orbital lab into infrastructure. That is fine. Is there anything else we want to buy? If anything, it's going to be these things, but we can't afford them yet. I'll wait a couple of turns. Speaking of waiting a couple of turns, we just waited for the maglevs. Let's fix that. I believe that's the last town. Yeah, okay, so now all the towns are connected by maglevs. Awesome. At least they should be. Let's quickly check if I've missed one. Of course, it doesn't really matter. It's mostly just a unit distribution and ego to have them going. We can always connect these towns. Just because. Just for funsies. Yeah, that seems fair enough. And now we wait, because we're going to develop the hydro farms. And then I'm just going to start improving one city at a time.
Building complete.
Yeah, they're definitely attacking one another, but doesn't look like they're actually using some kind of valid focus strategy.
Building complete.
The Globesat wonder. Can track every city and unit in the game. So I'm kind of wondering if that's worthwhile. Because then we'll have to see every single unit every single turn. Let's start with robotics. There we go. Automated fisheries. That should be the ultimate version of those.
Building complete.
Victoria finished an airport. Good for them.
Construction started.
It doesn't say if this has an actual risk, but yeah. We'll find out. It does produce more pollution. That's the downside. But production. We want production.
Building complete.
No, you woke up again. Why can't I just, like, pause you there indefinitely?
Building complete. Construction started. Construction started.
Probably a bad idea to build all these nuclear plants, but I'm going to do it anyway. If there is some kind of kaboom situation, we'll find out eventually.
Construction started.
And we'll probably be very angry, but at least we'll know. And we were thinking about buying stuff that costs a lot of turns. Like New Calgary, who has no production. Let's help them out. Seems fair enough. Gotta spend the money on something. What's that?
Building complete.
And where was it? Gah! Some kind of small unit. Sail by us here. I think it was a sub of some sort, but... not sure. Lost track of it. Oh well, no matter. No matter. Oh noes. Problem around Ottawa. Okay, let's terraform that. Has to fix. Must fix our lands. We had one empty build queue, I think.
Construction started.
So I could build the nuclear power plants in the infrastructure towns too, but a lot of them risk going into pollution level territory then, so I probably shouldn't. We'll see. There it is. Something there. I see
Building complete.
Gah. Now if I can only find out where in the heck that was. There it is. So we can't actually see it, but there's a submarine here. Oh, there it is. We can see it. Turkish submarine. Okay, so that was the little sound. Regina finished their airport. Good for them.
Construction started.
Now for other things.
Building complete.
Peter Wonder, congratulations, you are the first nation to discover robotics. Owing to the increase in efficiency and productivity that non-human workers bring, for the next 15 turns you will get plus 5% increase in your production output. Good, 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 good. And there's genetics. Awesome. Okay, genetics, then we'll go for the Globesat and see if we can secure that. Right, now I can build the robotics plant too. The nuclear plant doesn't actually give pollution.
Construction started.
Ha! I'll have to revise my build orders then. I'll have to reconsider.
Construction started.
Head smashed in, finished their queue.
Construction
I'm taking way more amusement than I should out of that city name. I know, but... Okay, all the towns that are building infrastructure, you suddenly have a couple of things you probably should build, so... Get those production increasers going. Especially if they don't increase pollution. They don't say... It would take a while to build, but that's fine. And of course, I don't know if the infrastructure will automatically disband if I'm having... Oops, don't want to build more capital. So you do get a notification on it. Good. I've been waiting for that a long time to accidentally move my capital. What I was talking about. I don't know if they automatically cancel infrastructure or capitalization if you have an actual valid construction thing below. I suppose I could test it, but I'm lazy. Yeah. Oh, and the city graphics updated. We've advanced an era again. We be super advanced. There we go. All the towns adjusted. Can't say I like that kind of graphics though. Still, I suppose we're modern now. Or ultra modern or advanced age. It sounds like they're sinking each other's ships and stuff. Which is fine by me. 6 turns, then we'll start building up Ottawa.
Complete.
And what's that? What was that sound? That sounded like city torched or city captured or something like that. Yeah, I think there was a city here somewhere. That isn't there anymore. It looks like it. I think that's what happened. Maybe we do want the Globesat after all then. Just to keep an eye on what they all do. Just so we know that when one of them lose their towns. I don't know. Of course, now we're entering the last era of the game, which basically opens up the ocean floor. It's going to take a little while longer until we have it, but I don't recall which checks unlock it. And they both... okay, they have our ecologies. Of course, tech, Tech tree. Okay. Doesn't unlock anything. AI surveillance. Digital encryption. That one makes sense. I might have to go for that. The data heaven is rather nice. At any rate, I think it's time for another short break, and we'll continue to improve things. Yeah, next time. Thank you for watching.